Guys, UFC 290 is upon us, and my partners at DraftKings are offering an incredible deal for all new customers who sign up using the promo code Sonnen. New customers, bet $5 on any of this weekend's fights, and you're going to receive $150 in bonus bets instantly. You can even use your bonus bets on DraftKings same fight parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together from the same fight, including number of rounds and the method of victory. Remember, DraftKings is the only place where you can bet same fight parlays. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy, and DraftKings is offering huge UFC contests this weekend with massive cash prizes up for grabs. Click on the link below. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook. Guys, do it right now. Use the promo code Sonnen, and all new customers who bet just $5 on any wager are going to get $150 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code Sonnen only at DraftKings. The biggest story in MMA right now, the biggest and hottest story, nobody's discussing. And I wonder why. Who is Israel Adesanya's next opponent? That's my question to you. And if we got a group of MMA writers together, or we got a group of fans together, they're going to tell you, and not unanimously, but in overwhelming proportions, the winner of Du Plessis and Whitaker. And the problem with that, and there's only one problem, right? The fight that Adesanya has supposedly is in August. We were told this. I'm well aware that things can change. I'm well aware that perhaps things did change. I'm well aware that perhaps when that information was spoken, it was misspoken to start with. There's a lot of dates and a lot of months out there, and perhaps that was just wrong. But I've still got to operate on what we've been given, which is that Adesanya is going to headline a card in Australia as part of a brand new television deal in August. Okay. So if we're operating on that, and then we're to look at Whitaker and Du Plessis as the number one contenders match, you're talking about, regardless of who the winner is, regardless what the finish looks like, regardless of dominance or anything else that you want to add to that, you're talking about turning somebody around in a month. From July to August. Please don't correct me and tell me 5 weeks, 6 weeks. You understand. It's July to August. That is very unlikely to me. That is, to find an example of another time that was done, I don't think you're going to be able to do in the modern era on purpose. I know there's last-minute opportunities and things that have changed, but not that was by design, premeditated and ahead of time. I just don't believe that you can offer me an example. So, if this match is not the number one contenders match, if Izzy is fighting and defending the belt in August, then who would it be against? And you have some very possible suspects. Sean Strickland is a possible suspect. He's one of the highest ranked guys who has not yet been given the opportunity. But I think that is a stretch to believe that he would do it. You certainly could use him. I think that's a little bit of a stretch. I think that's hard to imagine. So then let's move over to a different direction, Chimaev. I feel as though it has been made perfectly clear to us that Chimaev is on a fast track, that Chimaev will be granted a world title fight at whatever weight he chooses to go after his next match. That has been said. Those aren't Chael's words and Chael's rules. That's Chael's ear hearing it, his mind remembering it, and then his mouth speaking it. We were told that Chimaev, who has moved up to 185 pounds, will need to have a match at 185 pounds, which is rumored to be in October. And that match, should he win, will be the one that draws him into a world title fight. Now, to change those plans and to just grab him and to put him in most certainly is something we could do. I most certainly could close my eyes and imagine that happening, for sure. but I don't put it in the likely pile. That's extremely unlikely. That is equally unlikely as grabbing Sean Strickland. It is equally unlikely as taking the winner of Duplessis and Whitaker and turning them around in a month. This is not a battle for what do we think is going to happen and how many wonderful arguments do we have and what kind of diplomacy behind the scenes and who's going to go to the media and who's going to get the mandate of the masses. It's not a situation of that. It's a situation of all of these are very, very unlikely. Now, you want to know one that I don't believe? I don't believe that Prohaska is going to come back at 185 pounds and go right in against Izzy. I don't believe that, but I did suggest it 3 days ago, and I got a phone call from people in a very powerful position asking me why I'm starting that. That's not happened to me in a period of time. And I don't think that's the fight that's going to happen, but I think that Prohaska returning at 185 and being announced the number one contender in the world of unlikeliness is equally as unimaginable as Chimaev going straight in, Strickland being grabbed, or the winner of Duplessis and Whitaker. If the information that we were told, which is the fight in Australia headlined by Izzy, is in August, if that was misspoken from Jump Street, if there were so many dates and times and that just got spoken and that's wrong, and it's not until, say, November, it's not until December, it's not until January of next year, we're not even having this conversation. But what is going on at 185 pounds? What is the plan? Not what might happen, what are we going to come with next week? What is the plan right now with the reveal right now that's yet to come? And nobody's asked a single question about it. I've never heard the media ask. I haven't heard the fighters speak up. And I think in the world of what's going to happen, I think you've got a lot of really unlikely scenarios, but one of them is going to be the answer. It is for sure, in my opinion, the hottest non-discussed topic in all of MMA right now.